Here we go. So this is the Legion Cup winner 2021 season finals. We're coming up into the round of 8 here. Our first matchup is going to be Azura versus CyStorm. It's going to be a best of 5, and both players are prepared. So we're going to be hopping right into game number 1, and let's just start the show. Let me know, guys. We are on a 2-minute delay here. Shout out Dave Testa. Thank you for coming through, brother. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate that, man. All right. In the bottom right-hand corner, representing Team Cryptic, it is CyStorm. And in the top left-hand side, our red Protoss player, it is Azura. Alright, so we have a PvP in our hands. These guys are High Masters players. And I don't want to predict too much, but as far as I know, both these players are relatively standard. I'm wondering who will be the aggressor here. Again, for those of you guys just tuning in now, this is the Legion Cup Winter 2021 Finals. We've assembled all the best players from various regions, and they are all facing off now for the grand prize. You can check out the bracket. Just hit the exclamation bracket command in Twitch, and you can check that out. But we will have probably 3 series that we're going to be casting today, this being the first one. The cheeky probe, nothing new there, very standard. You can see so far, I mean, it's not much for me to talk about. Pretty standard Protoss play. Haven't seen any proxies out on the map. They're just respectfully scouting each other, making sure nothing weird is going on. Both players have their second pylon in base, so I think you know, we'll see this play out relatively standard. Still nothing too weird going on. Both players again double gates with core, and here we see a deviation: double adept versus 2 stalkers. I think Azura will be the one kind of playing more offensively, while CyStorm sits back and just kind of expands out. Pretty much mirror builds aside from the double adepts here. Ooh, that probe. You realized too late what was going on. Stalkers are out a little earlier than the adepts here, but they're going to be ready for defense. As long as these adepts don't get into the main of CyStorm's base, there should be no issue at all. Again, guys, thanks for tuning in. There is a 2-minute delay. If there's any issues with audio or anything, just hit me up in chat and I will get on it. Okay, here's where we're talking about excellent block there. It's more of a skill check, you know, just keeping your opponent keeping your opponent humble, keeping him honest. Now we see a little dance going on here in the middle of the map. Now the 2 stalkers can absolutely chip away at these adepts, but the maneuverability of the adepts is what puts them at advantage. Now there is 2 more stalkers ready for defense at home. We have an oracle on the way for CyStorm, and that's going to be rallied directly across the map to start trying to do some damage on the other side. Oh, and the adepts get blocked for one more time. Excellent defense so far. And Azura playing pretty defensively here. Got a shield battery coming up in the mineral line of main base. So that oracle is probably not going to get too much done now. And we do see it pop out just there. And the Oracle may be able to, you know, at least cause a distraction while there's this front assault of stalkers walking across. But Azura, he's got plenty of units here. One stalker almost getting sniped there. 2 volleys off on that, but its shields do regenerate with the shield battery there. The sentry's trying to get picked off. CyStorm doing what he can, but no value there. Here comes this. Oh, goes for the stasis ward instead of actually trying to pincer one of these guys down. And, you know, it's a good attempt. The Oracle will gain more value over time as long as he doesn't lose it, so that's fine. Azura gonna get a full scout with the hallucination. There's no stalkers here to try to stop this. And, yeah. Nothing too weird going on here. Twilight Council and a Forge getting thrown down for CyStorm. Blink is almost... Blink has been started by Azura, so he is well ahead in the upgrade department, even +1 well ahead, so that his timing might hit far more accurately than whatever CyStorm is going for here. Hallucination finds the Oracle. There are 2 of them now, and these guys can absolutely laser down some workers, shield battery or not. That will not make a difference. Let's see what there is here. Okay, there's plenty of sentries here, so he can actually just focus fire down these guys, but CyStorm not making anything too risky yet. Just throwing down a revelation, continuing to scout, sees the 3rd base get thrown down. Now, will CyStorm throw a 3rd of his own? It does look like he's going for it. There you have it, guys. An honorable Protoss game. These are rare, but you know, when they do come across, you should savor them. And you can see these upgrades about to hit, so I think Azura will continue with the upgrade production, probably starting +2 immediately. CyStorm actually looks like he's been chronoing his upgrades pretty heavily as well. Continuous chrono on his +1, and that's why it's finishing quite quickly as well. Robo up for both players shortly, and I'm wondering what kind of play they're going to go for. Again, both players playing quite defensively, just scouting, making sure they're keeping each other honest, keeping tabs on whatever tech is being thrown out there as well. And there it is, the +2 just getting continuously chronoed. I think, you know, this might be, you know, a +3 attack timing for both players. They're going to make sure they're the strongest they can be before they go for anything, any kind of frontal assault here. Doesn't even look like anybody's going for a cheeky, like, you know, War Prism harass in the mineral line. Maybe we'll see, you know, once they get some immortals up if they're going to do anything, but both players have blink stalkers, so really no point trying to fly anything near these guys anymore. Azura continuously sending hallucinations. You know, both these players are doing an outstanding job just continuously scouting each other. I guess, you know, the defensive play is the best play, the way these guys have been going at it. If anybody took a unreasonable risk, they might just throw the game. Let's see, we got 1 immortal. Okay, so Azura's going for the immortal. CyStorm, however, has built a observer and now getting a War Prism. He's got a ton of blink stalkers. Like, I'm talking about way more than Azura has right now. And this number of blink stalkers, you know, 1 or 2 immortals, that's not really a big deal. They can usually snipe those immortals out pretty quickly. You can see there's only 1 shield battery here, 2 cannons. That might actually be bad news for Azura if the attack does end up coming to this base. 4th base getting thrown down for CyStorm. Now you see CyStorm took the base first. Both players have the same idea in mind, but you know, this is that zone of comfort that they've created for each other just through the scouting, and you know, overall defense has just been, you know, not really dealing with the most aggressive plays, but full vision of everything, I would say. Now here comes the army. I don't know if Azura has fully seen what's going on here. I think he just sent those hallucinations and they missed. they miss going over the army. I think CyStorm has way more than Azura does here, but he's hesitating. Oh my god, loses the War Prism. A little bit of a misplay by CyStorm. I'm not too sure what he was afraid of here. Okay, but he does push into the natural where there's considerably far less defense. He is kind of sitting in a concave though, so he's got to be careful. Gets what he can, backs out, and unfortunately, Azura's not trying to take this base, so he can't really do anything here in terms of gaining value. You can see fourth base is up and running and already fully saturated just because these guys are going nuts with their econ. Here comes CyStorm trying to do something again. He's gonna try to get the blink. Like, I like the stasis wards, but it, you know, when you only get one stalker, it didn't really work. But at least he's putting the oracles to use. He's trying to snipe the immortal, just barely doesn't get that one. Second stasis ward, again, just 2 units there. They could be juicy stasis wards, game-ending stasis wards, but unfortunately, he's not hitting the sweet spots. But that's fine. I mean, CyStorm's still doing good. I don't think he traded the most efficiently there, just because the Immortals didn't end up getting picked off. So really, they just traded gateway units, and looking at Azura's +3 about to finish, this is going to become really one-sided in the exchanges, and you're going to see Azura trading way more favorably. DT Shrine getting thrown down for CyStorm, when behind Dark Shrine. Templar Archives as well. So, oh my god. Azura just completely left his natural open. CyStorm can just snipe the Nexus and leave if that is what he chooses to do. Azura just kind of caught with his pants down there. I don't think that he meant to do that. Maybe he thought there was an attack coming from the east side. That was not the case. CyStorm feeling pretty confident, 5th base going down, but Azura's jumping on CyStorm's army, and like I mentioned, the +3 is done, so this DPS is suddenly way too much for CyStorm. Gets the War Prism as well. Will Azura continue to push the assault? It does look like he's thinking about it. I mean, he can absolutely shut down the 5th base. And there's really no shield batteries at the 4th base here either. I think CyStorm's ripe for the picking. His +3 is just about to finish too, but the fight begins before it does. This could be huge for Azura. CyStorm doesn't have +3 yet, just finishing now, but half his army is already gone. There's still 2 Immortals sitting in here taking pop shots, and I don't know, CyStorm's not really focus firing any of the key units, so he's just really trading Stalkers and Zealots for other Stalkers and Zealots, and you can see Azura has broken the 4th base. He's walking up to the natural now. 3 Stalkers left, and really, what could you reinforce with here to win? Nothing. Azura takes game number 1. Well. All right. Let me just see. Game number 2 is going to be on Jugnatha. I'm just going to set this game up for these guys. Okay. That was a spicy game, but I mean, Azura pounced at the right time. All right. All right, the boys are ready for game number 2. We're gonna hop right in. This is gonna be on Jugnatha LE. Alright. In the top right-hand side, it is our blue Protoss player from Team Cryptic, CyStorm. And in the bottom left-hand side, the red Protoss player, currently up 1-0. It is Azura. Alright, that last one was very close. I mean, we saw it from the beginning of the game. Azura had a slight lead in the upgrade advantage, but I honestly didn't see it paying off that well for him. He really attacked with his full force when +3 completed, and I mean, CyStorm's was almost done, but his army just got decimated prior to that. So let's see what he can get done here. Azura going in for the scout, but CyStorm hasn't really sent a probe out yet. Perhaps he has a aggressive build in mind. This is kind of okay, no, nothing weird. He's just scouting a little later. Azura's scouting early. You know, that might just be a reaction to you know, you take a close game. Maybe your opponent's gonna cheese in the second match, because he still has maybe, you know, a match to lose. Isn't too risky. But look at this. I told you CyStorm was doing something fishy, and there you have it. He hasn't even gone for the scout. CyStorm is fully proxying. It's a nice little proxy zone. I don't think Azura has any intention to scout yet. I think as soon as he realizes the second pylon isn't in the main base, I think he will be a little curious. You can see Azura's doing nothing of the sort, nothing fishy going on. Looking for that pylon, probably realizes something is up, and it's going to be a proxy Stargate in the speed zone. This is going to be fast Void Rays. But maybe he'll open Oracle. Who knows? Who knows? Void Rays can be good, especially if he catches Azura going double Adept to open. But Azura, rightfully so, you probably wouldn't want to go Adepts if you see that your opponent is trying to do something fishy. And, I mean, Azura is experienced enough to guess, you know, it might be Stargate opener. Okay. So a shield battery getting thrown down, but still no Nexus here. I think CyStorm's going to be playing a little bit aggressive to open up here. It's going to be an Oracle. Here comes Azura's probe. Why? Oh, what's going on here? What are you doing up here? Oh, and he's distracting him. He's taking the wrong way. So I'm not sure if Azura actually went by it. Doesn't look like Azura can see it. But Azura's just going on the offensive here. You can see Azura sending 4 Stalkers across the map to CyStorm's natural. And all CyStorm has made is Oracle and a couple Stalkers. He does have a shield battery here, but he needs to get under it immediately. Oracle trying to get some damage. So far, only 1 worker's been killed, and I think that was just out on the map. 75 minerals. Had to cancel something. Pylon him. Oh, he finds the proxy. Now, it's annoying to not be able to use the Stargate. Pretty hefty investment, especially this early on in the game, to kind of just lose that tech. So I think CyStorm definitely going to be playing on the back foot for the remainder of this game. But again, it's a small issue. He just kind of has to rebuild his tech. Azura is kind of supply blocked here. Now his 2 pylons do finish, and Oracle on the way for Azura, and a Twilight getting thrown down. Azura, I'm sure, realizes he's in a tech lead. Link already on the way for CyStorm though, and he's got his +1, so CyStorm definitely has a window of opportunity when he can attack when these upgrades finish, and he can get some serious damage done. But Azura playing very defensive this game. you know, behind all this, CyStorm has just been probing up like a madman. Even though he lost the Stargate, he is, you know, a little bit ahead in workers, a little bit ahead in his +1 and his Blink Stalkers. So it's definitely something he can do. And ooh, Azura going for the Glaive Adepts. I wonder if this is going to be followed up. Okay, so he's got a Robo on the way as well. Azura is just kind of unfolding all kinds of tech here. And I wonder if it, you know, simply CyStorm is just not going to be able to react to the build that Azura brings out. But +1 Blink Stalkers are still very strong, especially when the Azura won't have an army yet to contend. And I do believe CyStorm, he's even taking his third. He's probably going to have to step up and be a little aggressive just so Azura doesn't go out on the map and, you know, take something that's important to him. Azura now all, I think he's got 4 gates up. He's got a Robo. Look at CyStorm. CyStorm's actually got 6 gates on the way. He's gonna have 8 gateways in total. CyStorm definitely looking like he's ramping up for a big attack. Even a gateway proxied out here. This is gonna be a lot of Blink Stalkers, and never mind, it's gonna be 1 less Blink Stalkers per warping round. Oh, CyStorm getting kind of. I don't even realize how Azura spotted that, but hey, good on him. That is an interesting find, a nice catch. But CyStorm, if he picks off these stalkers Azura has out here on the map, this could be really bad for Azura. I don't think he has too much back at home, and CyStorm's going pretty heavy with the, you know, he still has 8 gateways that he can be warping in with. Oh, and he does pick off the Oracle. I don't think he's realized Azura's stalkers are here still. He smells them. Azura's running for his life, and rightfully so. He's really got to reinforce back home with everything. He's got a considerable force there. These are Glaive Adepts, but he does not have +1. And you can see CyStorm, he is being very smart. He knows his +2 is on the way. It's halfway done. He's willing to trade here for a little bit, but not versus the Immortals. He will fight Stalkers. And I think that's a pretty good move, because if you shave off the Stalker count and you have more gateways, you can definitely overwhelm the forces of the Immortals and the Glaive Adepts. But this window is actually in Azura's favor right now, but it is closing. It is shrinking very quickly as the +2 will finish shortly. Azura doing what he can here. He's trying to press the aggression. And CyStorm, honestly, he's Blink microing pretty well against this. Immortals just packed a huge punch. There's the shield overcharge, just buying him a little bit more time. And he's sniping the Immortals. There's only one. War Prism goes down. Immortal goes down. +3. +2 wasn't even finished. CyStorm taking game number 2, tying it up 1-1. That was a good one. I like that. That was a good attack. Just before that window, just before that +2, it could have gone a completely different way. Azura tried. All right, guys. One of our players has asked for a little break. We will be back in probably 10 minutes. I'll give the players a fair 10 minutes. They need to go on a short break. So it is 1-1 currently, Azura versus CyStorm. I'm just going to pop some tunes on. I'm going to turn my mic off, and we'll be back in 10 minutes, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and I'm excited to see who takes this one. We'll be back. Thanks, guys. All right, guys. We are back. For those of you just tuning in, this is the LegionCup winner 2021 season finals. We've gathered the best players across the various Legion Cups in NA and Europe, and they're all duking it out here. You missed some hot action earlier. We casted 2 games out of a best of 5. This is CyStorm versus Azura, and we're just waiting for CyStorm to get back from his break, and then we're going to be hopping into game number 3. Magnath, thanks for the raid, buddy. Appreciate you tuning in. Thank you for setting all this up. Magnath is the guy behind the scenes doing all the work. We're just the pretty faces that get to sit around and watch StarCraft. Now, we got 2 more series after this one, so there's definitely going to be a lot more StarCraft coming up today. Otherwise, we're going to be hopping into game number 3 as soon as CyStorm is back. So just bear with us. We're going to give him a couple more minutes here. He kind of had a sudden emergency. If not, he will let us know, I'm sure. But again, thanks for the raid, Magnath. Magnath's viewers, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. We got some spicy StarCraft games for you guys. And we'll be right back as soon as CyStorm is with us. just want to announce CyStorm is back. CyStorm is back. Alright, we're going to be hopping into game number 3. So the bracket so far, guys, we're going to be casting the winner of this series is going to go against ReaLiTy. And the winner of ReaLiTy and said winner is going to go facing up against Kagemaru. And I think depending on how the other groups are going, the other brackets, we might have more. Alright, both players are ready to go. We're going to hop right into game number 3. I'm going to pause the awesome music. And we're going to get serious for a second. Oh yeah, let's go. Alright. In the bottom right hand side, it is the blue Protoss player, CyStorm. And in this map, in the bottom left side, it is our red Protoss player, Azura. And both players are currently tied up 1-1 in the series. It was a close match last game, as well as the first, but last game it was almost like down to seconds. Let's see what happens this game. CyStorm went for the proxy Stargate in the previous match. I wonder if he's going to do something cheeky again. He's making a lower natural wall, as opposed to where Azura has made the wall on the high ground in the main base. Ah, the kiss of death. And the game continues. Nothing too cheeky coming out of CyStorm yet. Maybe he's going for a more standard build, more economy based. He is scouting though, to ensure that maybe he's not getting cheesed. But otherwise, pretty normal stuff going on. I don't think anybody's trying to do a proxy yet. For those of you just tuning in now, welcome. This is the LegionCup 2021 Winter Finals Series, and we are working our way up to the Grand Finals. We're stuck in a heated best of 5. It's Azura versus CyStorm, and these guys, I gotta say, very close matches. Both games could have gone either way, but one player or the other, you know, pulling an edge over the friendly Protoss matchup. They've been rather honorable though. Nothing. I mean, I have yet to see DTs. I'm sure Dave's upset about that. All right. So Azura looking like he's just going to be expanding. No tech out of him yet, just the 2 stalkers. Meanwhile, CyStorm again, opening with a Stargate, but this time it's just going to be back at home. And this is going to be... I like this. Let's see what he can get done with it. The Zealot comes in. The Adept tries to shade in, almost makes it, but the second pylon does block there. Poor Adept. So that kind of blew up in CyStorm's face. But he's following up with a Void Ray. Alright, the shield battery is up. Azura, again, plays very defensive. He usually just, like, assumes it's going to be a Stargate. Which I guess in the meta right now is a pretty good guess. You can see how, you know, both nexuses are rather very similarly timed after all that's kind of happened. CyStorm now getting the Twilight Council. Azura's Twilight is a little bit ahead, but it's perfectly timed with his Forge. Maybe we'll see that Blink +1 timing again. It was what CyStorm went against Azura last game to beat him. It'll be interesting if Azura is going to try to just like pull it out in front of CyStorm's face and be like, yeah, I can do it too. Oh, okay, no blink yet for Azura, so maybe not. Maybe he's got a completely different plan. The CyStorm does start his blink, however. And he's continuing to make Void Rays. Oh, he canceled it. He was thinking about it. Maybe it was just like a bluff to throw him off. Azura chronoing his blink out now. Both players like playing very safe like they did last game, but there was a +2 timing that CyStorm was going for while Azura kind of all-in'd him. And again, CyStorm taking his third. He's always more comfortable expanding ahead of Azura. Azura playing a bit more defensive. But I can't say it doesn't work. It is 1-1. Alright, a +1 blinks timing is coming for Azura. I don't know how much value he'll really be able to get. Back home, there's a Void Ray here defending. Plenty of gates on the way. Blink about to be finished. I think CyStorm has a reasonable defense. If Azura decides he's gonna try to like blink stalker harass him. These adepts checking deep, coming from deep. Here's the halluce. Azura getting a full scout of what's going on. He's like, whoa, that's a lot of gates. And the adepts do get in here. 3 probes going down. I mean, you got a full scout, but yeah, 3 probes for 2 adepts isn't really a big deal. Azura throwing down his own gateways. He realizes like it's gonna be a fight real quick. Okay, this is a scouting course. He's just going up and being like, yo, are you reacting to this? I've shown you my goods. Okay, Azura builds out just 4 stalkers. Got a bunch of sentries behind this, but again, the sentries can get picked off pretty easily by that many stalkers. So yeah, he does have to be careful not to lose those. CyStorm's just racing ahead. He's probably gonna put his fort down, but Azura's done well to catch up himself. The worker count is almost like 6 or 7 up for CyStorm because he did get his base up earlier. Azura, you know, has a little bit of a supply lead. He did react basically to what he saw. The mass of gateways in CyStorm's base. I'm a little worried about CyStorm because he still hasn't started his upgrade. There's no +1 on the way. Oh, just as I said that, he heard me. Yeah, you heard me that? Okay, sorry, I was just talking to him. Yeah, so he heard me and he hit +1 attack and armor. I mean, I like his army. He's got I think only 3 Void Rays, sorry. Got Archons. Taking his 4th. Like, he's gonna be a rich man. I think he's gonna be a rich man, but when it comes to the fight, he's gonna be slightly behind. Because I think Azura's timing is that, again, the +3 attack. It's a lot of gateways. Azura's definitely getting ready. Because when he's at his strongest, he hits hard. 2 Robos coming down for CyStorm. I think we're going to see CyStorm kind of tech into maybe just Disruptors, or he might get some Immortals involved here. And I think that wouldn't be a bad idea. Can really mess up the micro Azura would have to do to actually win a fight like that. But I mean, these guys are just going into the late game. Okay, I haven't seen Azura put the +3 attack upgrades, which is kind of like his convenient hold over CyStorm in a fight. So CyStorm will be finishing up his +1. Let's see, I think Azura is gearing up to hit the 4th base. Oh, pardon me, the 3rd base. The reality of this is like Azura has to take really smart trades here. The defender does have a little bit of an advantage, but oh my god, Voidry's getting picked immediately. He warped in a bunch of zealots behind his army because they can tank the majority of the damage as they begin to engage the main force of CyStorm. CyStorm's units are just, you know, he has enough of them, but the upgrade difference right now is way more DPS coming out of Azura's army. Defender's advantage is pretty good, but there are almost no units near the shield overcharge. Azura's just breaking through the forces of CyStorm. CyStorm's gonna lose another base. And GG is called. Azura didn't even want +3. Azura's like, it doesn't have to go to that. Alright, let me just see here. Game number 4. It's gonna be on Romanticide. It's tense in here. It's tense in here. Both players are ready. Let's do this. Alright. In the bottom right hand side, it is the blue Protoss player from Team Cryptic. It's CyStorm. And in the top left hand side, it is our red Protoss player, Azura. Now Azura took a pretty dominating attack there. CyStorm split between his natural and his 3rd. Not to mention the main ramp was basically where Azura was standing. And I mean, I think he just kind of got caught out of place for sure. But Azura definitely had an advantage as well with +2. So yeah, I think CyStorm is gonna go. He's gonna do something crazy. CyStorm, he pushed him to his edge. Never push a man to his limits. Like this. Not like this. I wonder what he's gonna drop. Azura. Very diligently searching for this pylon that should be up here. What? It's not gonna be there. Let's see what Azura's reaction is to this. Two adepts. Okay, so CyStorm getting two adepts out and a robo on the way. I think Azura should be scared a little bit. I think Azura should be checking everywhere. And I think he's doing exactly that. He's rallying his probes. He's going to take a look at every spot he knows. But does he know the right spot? CyStorm's just, he's not even microing right now. He's just rubbing his hands together. Okay, oh my god. Okay, well, the good news is Azura hasn't thrown a Nexus down. The Stargate is a pretty good reaction because it can fight most things pretty efficiently, and in this case, an Immortal, just for those of you that don't know, Immortals can't shoot up. So a Void Ray would be a perfect reaction to what CyStorm's trying to do here. Maybe a shield battery or two, you know, to really seal the deal. But let's see how all-in CyStorm goes. Oh my god, there was a violent exchange between an Adept and 4 Stalkers. And I think Azura doing the right thing, kind of poising up for defense. But he still doesn't know exactly what's coming. CyStorm's waiting for 2 Immortals before he actually goes in and hits. Azura checks, still no Nexus outside CyStorm's base. Azura's definitely a little concerned, but... Where's the Void? Wait. Wait! No! Azura, no! Azura did not make a Void Ray, guys. Oh no. It's a disaster. For CyStorm. Okay, so here's the thing. That was a lot of dead probes. So I don't know if Azura just somehow 5-headed this, because CyStorm didn't actually go in and strike. Oh my god, no, 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 no. Oh, okay, good micro by CyStorm. He can't lose the Warp Prism. There's a very good chance. With a Warp Prism and 2 Immortals, you can conquer the universe. But can CyStorm do it? Is the micro good enough? Oh my god, there is the Void Ray. It is out. And with the initial damage done to the probe line, this is real bad. I think CyStorm has lost this. That is the end of the attack, and he just has no economy to actually deal with any of this. There goes the Warp Prism. This Immortal is gonna get chased down too. Oh my god. GG. Azura takes it. Alright. So So we're gonna take like 5 minutes. I'm gonna get the next players lined up, see if they're ready. Wait, where's the? Oh yeah, I have to check where ReaLiTy is. If ReaLiTy is ready, then we'll get into the next series. So we will be back after a short break. And hopefully I get both players good to go and we just jump right in. All right, we'll be right back. Alright. Let me see what I can do here. So we got both players. It's going to be ReaLiTy versus Azura. Azura just finished up that last game. And I think it's a PvP again, so get ready for that, guys. They're just doing vetoes here, boys. And then we're gonna hop right in. Alright, so the first map, it's like they're ready to go. First map's going to be 2K atmospheres. Let me just make that game. Alright, guys. I didn't realize I'll get this series going that quickly, but perfect. Looks like everybody's ready to play some StarCraft. Alright. Alright, both guys are ready to go. Okay, in the bottom left-hand side, it is the blue Protoss player, Azura. And in the top right-hand side, it is the purple Protoss player, ReaLiTy. Okay, ReaLiTy I've seen play, I think, last weekend. He was playing in the Legion bi-weekly. But he had some very interesting builds that he brought out when shit hit the fan. So I'm excited to see what he's gonna do. Azura, we just saw play the last series. Very conservative Protoss player, but strikes very hard when everything's all lined up. So, you know, very strong macro, and you know, pretty down to the note in terms of build order. Doesn't really miss a beat. Look at this. Look at the scout lines. Look at the patterns being drawn on the map by Azura. Not taking any chances. I think Azura might have played ReaLiTy before, because it looked like he was going to check for proxies off the bat. Maybe that is a good idea, because ReaLiTy is indeed doing some sort of proxy play here. He's just out on the left side of the map. Nothing to do there. Alright, we're gonna have to see what he goes for. Azura, I feel like Azura just played very similar styles of builds when he was playing the last match. So again, he's gonna very quickly recognize, you know, pylon's not at home. I'm gonna have to defend something. ReaLiTy going for the robotics bait. So this is even Azura's more conditioned for this than ever because he actually just faced a build like this. This time going for his own robo. And it looks like ReaLiTy's doing an almost identical build to what we saw in the last match. And yeah, like CyStorm's last move was this proxy play. And it failed pretty miserably, but that game Azura had gone for the Oracle, went Stargate first into Oracle, and the Oracle did so much damage in the economy of CyStorm that he couldn't really come back. Oh, Magnat says he was playing in the LegionCup winter finals. Yeah, ReaLiTy was in the finals for the winners. Must have been the earlier bracket that they were doing last week. Oh, those Immortals. That's it. This is why he picked purple. These Immortals, that's just intimidating. I think when this Immortal steps up, Azura is just going to GG. So this is a funny moment where Azura is just going across the map to check what's going on. One Stalker just kind of nearly escapes death. And this is going to be a very different game from what happened the last time Azura saw this build. He is going to get in. Only 3 Stalkers here. They're going to get quickly focus fired down. But the main attack is going on in the front. Oh my god, that Artosis Pylon got popped and everything got depowered. He's not going to have any reinforcements for a second. He's actually supply blocked now, losing two pylons, and he's not gonna able. Oh, he almost took out that Immortal there, but he loses his own. Body blocked by the Cyber Core, and this attack is just getting pretty devastating here now. Looks like the probes are fighting the Stalkers. Back home, the defense was successful, I guess, question mark. And in ReaLiTy, he hasn't really broken this. The pylon is up. There is a shield battery now, but War Prism and an Immortal is a lethal thing. This can still very much be microed into a victory. Definitely has the units to complement this. Ooh, Stalker getting picked up and another Immortal. So Azura still holding, no longer supply blocked, pumping out Immortals. Shield batteries already at half shield, so this is gonna get more and more dangerous to hold. ReaLiTy is pretty much going all in. Might get some disruptors by the looks of it. Azura stepping away from the protection of his shield battery. This is very aggressive. Oh, the War Prism actually just saved that Immortal before it could have gotten popped. So Azura just giving away some sentries for the attempted attack there. Good pick off on that sentry, but yeah, these Stalkers are going to get destroyed as well. The fact that he's got 2 Immortals out here really might swing things in his favor. Immediately popping the first Immortal. Going after this Gate army. There's no blink. There's no way he can out-micro this force. Back home, he has thrown down a Nexus, so this is this is something he's gonna have to defend. Otherwise, he's gonna have to cancel. No shield battery at the front of ReaLiTy's base, so Azura is looking pretty scary right now. Only 4 Stalkers. I wonder if he's gonna get more reinforcements. He does throw down his own Nexus, so doesn't necessarily mean he can win the game. He's unsure of it himself. With the War Prism, he can definitely warp in Some reinforcements to help. One more gateway is about to be completed. I think he's going to wait. Oh, he just pops in. He's going to try to pick off a sentry. The shield battery doing what it can here. Ooh, the sentry does go down eventually. Oh, there's a disruptor from the back. Huge hits on the Immortal. Loses a sentry. The Stalker's getting decimated. The Immortal's very low right now, and the Warp Prism's trying to warp in more units, but I don't think that will cut it. That disruptor hit was huge. ReaLiTy rushing that disruptor early, that really helped them. And another disruptor shot coming out, but it will not hit yet. Oh, good pickup with the Warp Prism that had very low HP. He's pumping out another Immortal. It's kind of sad to see that he lost basically everything he had in that fight. Oh, huge warp in. He warped in a Stalker behind him, flanking the Warp Prism. This is a low health Immortal. There isn't too much here to defend. I think ReaLiTy is gonna muster some more forces and then attack. Oh, he's gonna go for the disruptor drops. My god. This might do incredible amounts of damage. So he puts the disruptors down. Oh, he wasn't watching. Huge hits on the Immortals. Oh my god, they don't even know what happened. They were taking a nap. ReaLiTy's got an Immortal, just he's still using the Robo Bay here, so he is getting ready to attack. I think he's gonna wait till he has a couple Immortals before he brings the rest of his army up. Oh, the disruptor hits the other disruptor there after dodging a shot. This is a pretty big outplay by ReaLiTy. Just in the nick of time, he was on the defensive for majority of this. After the the failed all-in proxy. Now Azura, he's lost his units. He basically had to reset his army 2 times now, and I think that's the reason he's really not going to be able to hold when this attack comes. With one disruptor, he really only has one shot he can take that really has to count. And if he goes for the Immortal, they're not going to die. He might chip away some shields. His really only hope is to get enough Stalkers in one hit that this fight swings in his favor, but I still don't think it can. This is just too much army. Warps in units in the last second. Oh, here comes a disruptor shot. Oh. ReaLiTy takes game number 1. My goodness. ReaLiTy with the... Yeah, I saw when he immediately started building the robotics. And then that surprise disruptor hit. Very clutch play. Very clutch play. Alright, so let me just see where game number 2 will be. Alright, we're going to be playing game number 2 on Blackburn. That was a tough one. Things were going really well for Azura for a second. And the worst happened. A disruptor reach around. Alright. Just make sure the boys are good to go, and then we'll be hopping into game number 2. These have been some serious PvPs. We've just had back-to-back PvPs. They're just trolling. Alright, both players are ready to go. So ReaLiTy currently up 1-0. See what Azura can do this game. Again, ReaLiTy coming with the surprise plays. Alright, in the bottom right hand side, it is the blue Protoss player, Azura. And in the bottom left hand side, currently up 1-0, it's ReaLiTy. I'm not sure how I feel about Blackburn yet. I always just hate these fields. But this is it makes for an interesting match. Alright, let's see. Azura probably gonna be very keen on scouting and seeing what ReaLiTy is gonna be up to. Oh boy. Oh, he's faking it. No, he isn't. Oh, this is... Oh, he gets the probe. Oh, no. I don't think this is gonna be... I don't think this is gonna be any more successful. The probe really can't get up. The Zealot already here chipping away. I think he can build enough units up top. Especially with the core about to finish. Now there's a small chance ReaLiTy, you know, works miracles with this one cannon. But it's more about what he's gonna follow up. He's got the gateway on the way. He's gonna start his tech. But I don't know if that is really viable. He's gonna be playing catch up basically if that's the route he wants to go. Oh, and Azura playing some tricks of his own. I think that's really smart. He snuck a probe out. Maybe that was the one scouting. I actually wasn't paying attention if there was a probe out scouting. Okay. So ReaLiTy is kind of like reinforcing this position he has here. Not sure if it's gonna be super useful, but double Stargate, pardon me, can be pretty devastating. So back home, honestly, he has no cannons, no defense. He's got a gateway here, but there's no warp research complete, so it's not even on the way. And I think Azura kind of one step ahead of with his Void Ray already almost finished. The ReaLiTy will be getting his own Void Rays, but will it be in time? I mean, with this many shield batteries, he should be able to defend one Void Ray, but yeah, like the real issue is this Void Ray back home. This is gonna be interesting because he does have shield batteries here. He's prepared to fight. Oh no, but he's... Oh no, he's gonna make sure he doesn't do that. That's the worst right there. Oh my god. And he gets him back after recharging his shields fully, so he'll continue the onslaught. And the defense is still going relatively well for Azura at home. Again, this is... I feel like this is his comfort zone, defending crazy attacks. Oh, the double focus fire with the Void Rays, though. He wasn't ready for that. He's gonna start... Oh, he didn't start regenerating the shields with the other shield batteries. Now he's actually in some trouble. He's gonna get some... I don't know, maybe recall the Void Rays back home or get some more Stalkers out, but he is in trouble. He's gonna finish off all the probes that ReaLiTy has, probably before he recalls. Oh, the Hero Void Ray makes it over. And that is game 2 right there. Azura takes it. Good defense. Azura played really well. ReaLiTy, he was fighting. He was fighting to survive there, man. His cannon rush didn't go as well as he had liked. And he followed up with, honestly, a pretty killer move. But it didn't end up paying off. Azura's defense was just really airtight, especially when he almost died. Another Void Ray came and just kind of cleaned everything up. Alright guys, we're gonna get game number 3 set up here. We're tied up in the series now. And a spicy PvP. You know, sometimes PvPs can be boring, but the meta these days, it's just meant for cheeky stuff. Late game's nice. Late game's still nice. Alright, we're just getting the players a little break here, little 1 minute. Alright, looks like both players are good to go. Let's get right into game number 3. This is going to be on Jugnatha. It's tied 1-1. Azura versus ReaLiTy. I'm hoping for more cheese. I can feel it. Let's go, ReaLiTy. Bring the cheese. Bring your full cheese. He was playing with one hand that time. He was doing a single-handed cheese. Alright. Well, we got Azura in the top right of Jugnatha LD. And we got our cheese toss, ReaLiTy, big brain, evil mastermind. I'm curious what he's gonna go for here. Jugnatha is a relatively wide map. It's a long travel path. So proxies are encouraged by Blizzard. But it doesn't look like ReaLiTy's doing anything of this sort yet. Okay, Azura's gonna come up, do his usual scout, make sure nothing fishy's going on. Both players yet to put their second pylon in their base. And look what's going on. Look what's happening here. Oh no. Oh my god. This is amazing. This is amazing. So this is gonna go exactly how you could expect. Either both players don't see each other till they've gotten their respective buildings up and units out, or one guy sees the other and just kills him. Azura with the Twilight Council. Oh, yeah. Both players are going adept first, double adept first, and you know, they got her. You know, they're both harassment focused right now. Their mindsets. They woke up and they chose violence today. This is what's going on. This is a Protoss street fight that's about to happen. You guys are seeing it here first. ReaLiTy surprisingly kind of opted out of the proxy. Maybe it's for something super secret later. We will find out. Here come the adepts. I mean, there's defense here, but they'll just go for the minerals. This is kind of a blunder by Azura. He's gonna lose some workers for this. He's gonna learn. He's gonna learn that he needs to put pylons down. All right, not too bad. Three workers. It could have been worse. He reacted as as soon as he realized he made the mistake. He does have glaives on the way. Meanwhile, ReaLiTy is just like probing up and kind of just working on his macro. He's flexing his macro right now. He's got the robo on the way. Warp research is complete for both players now. And their robos are similarly timed, but that advantage of having glaive, I think that's what might pay off for Azura. Now let's see. Azura, like, oh, okay, here it is. I was wondering where the forces are, because glaives did just finish, and these bad boys are gonna get a lot of damage done. There's virtually nothing here. Oh, ReaLiTy went observer first, just in case, there's DTs, which is usually a good call, but he's gonna see this light train come out, and this is just gonna be a massacre here, regardless of the shield battery or not. He's gonna bring out all his forces. Good wall off. He's gonna kill a couple of the adepts. Oh, and he cancels the shade inside because there's workers to kill. Absolutely a good call by Azura, and this attack is doing a lot of damage. My god. All that probing up, all that macroing that he was doing has just been counteracted by this one attack. So the glaive adepts definitely completely paying for themselves, even if he loses all of them. Not a big deal. That went really well for Azura. 3 shield batteries thrown down back at home. Probably a good call, because at this point, ReaLiTy either has to rush to catch up in economy, or just try to kill you with every ounce of his breath. Okay, so ReaLiTy wants vengeance. ReaLiTy wants blood. He's still got a good amount of workers. It's just he lost so many. that it could have been so much more. You know what I mean? He could have been the richest Protoss on this map, but now he's a bum. We got the Immortal on the way, so it's going to be double Immortal against this force, which is going to be really strong. So Azura absolutely has a chance to hold, and I'm not sure how. Like, ReaLiTy, I think, realizes he's too late after seeing the 3 shield batteries and, you know, even that small of a force. It's got enough defensive advantage to be able to hold. And Azura not backing off on the Immortal count. He's still chronoing Immortals out. So he's going to have 3 shortly, and then ReaLiTy's definitely out of luck in terms of attacking. And you can see this is what I was talking about. ReaLiTy's going to rush to try to catch up in his economy now. He's balancing that with upgrading his tech as well. He's going for Blink. Azura has actually got a Warp Prism on the way, so maybe he's going to be able to get some more value, some more workers before ReaLiTy can really get back up on his feet. I'm not sure if Azura realizes that ReaLiTy is just kind of chronoing workers for the time being. And this is the first time we've seen in the series ReaLiTy be kind of super defensive all of a sudden, which is a good call probably because his worker lead is now 11 ahead, so he definitely needs to protect them. Again, he spent so much of his resources creating workers this game that it's you know, those workers could have been you know, probably at his third base right now, fully saturated, and he'd have a healthier army than what he has now. So no +1 for either player, but you can see ReaLiTy's got that disruptor out, that pesky disruptor. And the last time we saw that disruptor come out early, it got huge value. Immortals are pretty dangerous, pretty good force fields there, catches a couple units out of place. Backs off of the Nexus. I think you definitely want to just take the Nexus. There goes a Disruptor Nova. It completely misses. And Protoss is running. Which one you say? They're both running. They're both running technically. Oh, and look at this. This is like a beatdown. I told you we were gonna see a street fight, and it continues, guys. Like, oh, the Disruptor. Okay, if he hits like 2 more of those, I think ReaLiTy can win. Oh no, the Disruptor gets taken out immediately. Oh, that is devastating. That hurts. Azura in a really good spot right here. The force fields are too OP. Stalkers are jumping on these Immortals, but there's still a handful of units to deal with, and the one Immortal surviving, this might spell death for ReaLiTy here. I'm not too sure if he can come back a second time in this game. Azura, meanwhile, still no third base, so, you know, he's kind of also, you know, running on a razor's edge here. Oh, the final Immortal, it gets picked up by the Warp Prism. Azura just microing his heart out at this point. He's gonna win. ReaLiTy puts the GG. Okay, no BM. No BM here. It was a mistake. He accidentally typed in 1G. Oh my god. And ReaLiTy is upset. That's tough. That's tough. That was tough. That was tough, guys. Alright. It's 2-1. Azura in the lead now. ReaLiTy excited to play the next game. All right. What is the next game? Romanticide is going to be our next map. Oh, and actually, let me fix this. We have a new bracket, guys. I was looking at the wrong bracket. I'm an idiot. We have a different... Or you guys are seeing some live editing. Live edit. That's so small. Yeah, let me see if I can. Oh no, no. How's that? Is that working? Is that legible? Or am I just bullshitting? Alright, sorry, let's hop into game number 4. Sorry, I thought something wasn't working. We're good. We're good. We're good. Alright. In the top left, we have our blue Protoss player, Azura, currently up 2-1 in this series. And ReaLiTy, Spice Master 3000, his bag of tricks haven't worked in the last match, but kind of shot himself in the foot early. Still did really well to catch back up. So if he plays in full form, I'm sure he can tie this game up, and we can head into game number 5. No cheese yet. No cheese yet. Very odd. Maybe Azura will be the one to kind of bust out some tricks. Azura has been using ReaLiTy's moves against him, hasn't he? The cross stitch of Scout. Azura's cross stitch. Okay, so he sees the Nexus first, and that's it's a clear indicator that, you know, Azura is relatively safe for the opening. ReaLiTy going for a pretty heavily econ build, at least to start here. ReaLiTy doing his own check. Nothing fishy. Nothing fishy about that. Azura threw a Nexus. Oh my god, what am I looking at? Wait, how long has this... How long has this been going on? Azura finished a pylon, and he's currently making a Nexus here in ReaLiTy's base. There was a photon cannon. I didn't realize Azura started with a forge. Chat, I know you guys are 2 minutes behind, but Azura is coming out crazy here. ReaLiTy with a proper defense, though. He's got his cannon on the way. Not sure if this Nexus is meant to deal serious damage. It will make it in time, but this is absolutely... I knew Azura was going to do something cheesy. I felt it. Oh my god, and everybody's fighting. ReaLiTy immediately pulls all his workers as well. He's got to do that. And the cannon will live. I don't think Azura's done it. I don't think this is going his way. There's just too much here. GG. ReaLiTy with on the defense this game. My god. How did I not see that? I completely missed the forge. I completely missed the forge. I didn't realize. I didn't realize. All right, 2-2. That was definitely a risky play. I don't know if he needed to go for that risky of a play, but hey, he's winning. He was winning. Sorry, it's tied now. So our 5th match is going to be on Light Shade. This is going to be it. These guys are making the game interesting, aren't they? Let's get into the lobby here. Sure, both players are ready to go. It's 2-2. This could go either way. I have no idea what's gonna happen. Both players are ready to go. Let's go. These guys are nuts. These guys are nuts. Classic Protoss. All right. So here we are on Light Shade. In the top left, we have the blue Protoss player, Azura. And in the bottom right-hand side, it's ReaLiTy, who held a pretty crazy all-in last game. Now, this is a best of 5, so these guys, they're going to go all out on this map here. I wonder if ReaLiTy is going to go for some kind of cheese. Kind of his thing. Azura, I'm sure, going to play a little bit more standard, if not, you know, less of an all-in. Because his last play was extremely risky. I don't think it went exactly how he wanted it. Yeah, here comes the scout for Azura. Honestly, ReaLiTy playing pretty standard so far. Both players basically have mirror builds. Oh boy. Alright, so they each saw each other throw the 3rd gate down. Oh, pardon me. So, not the 3rd gate, the cyber. And all pylons are at home. So I think everybody's feeling pretty safe and secure here. Will we see an honorable Protoss game? I'm not sure. Those have been rare today. They have been very rare. Now, you could just be faking an opener that looks very standard. And then as soon as you get rid of the probe that scouts, you could just switch gears and try to go for a huge rush. But these guys we've seen are pretty keen on, you know, scouting and keeping tabs on each other. ReaLiTy, actually, he's got the pylon in the wall of Azura just to ensure. Oh, he manages to actually cancel it because he saw the double adept. And that's all he really wanted to see. Azura's probe gets away. I actually thought it was going to get picked off earlier by these stalkers. Stalkers fist bump the adepts that are just on move command, so they take a couple hits. And ReaLiTy's gonna go defend his proxy. He's got 2 stalkers at home, so he's okay, but he can't lose workers. It's gonna really ruin this push he's going for here. Now Azura's defended attacks like this plenty of time. 3 workers, 4 workers. This is getting a little dicey. This is not good. Oh my god, 7 workers killed and an attack on the front too. There is a shield battery here, but losing a pylon, he's gonna get supply blocked, and we've seen Azura basically crumble with his supply blocks in the first game. ReaLiTy's feeling good. He throws his Nexus down. He knows he can press the front. He can kind of keep map pressure as well. So this is absolutely reasonable call. Azura's kind of focused on defense here. He's got the Stargate up. Oracle on the way. If this Oracle actually can do a ton of damage, then maybe Azura will kind of lap ReaLiTy in terms of the decon. But ReaLiTy is not letting up yet. He's trying to snipe stalkers when he can, but it's even more shield batteries getting thrown down. Okay, here's the Oracle. Try to show both sides of this. You know, he's distracting him at the natural with his attack and defense. And the Oracle actually getting a ton of workers. That is devastating. ReaLiTy, you know, even though he's being the aggressor, Azura's gotten so much value from his 2 attacks. 14 workers killed in total this game. If we look at actually what's lost, Azura paid to take those workers, but it's absolutely worth it. ReaLiTy actually backing up. He's going to lose his proxy, so that's 1 gateway down. I'm surprised Azura is not just going to finish it off. Maybe he's worried something's coming to attack him, but that is not the case. ReaLiTy actually focusing back on his macro and focusing on his tech again. Got a Twilight about to finish. Robo thrown down by Azura. Meanwhile, he's going in for another killer hit. No shield battery, no units here. And probes being chronoed out. Oh, ReaLiTy actually is prepared to defend the natural. Azura would have gotten a lot more value in the main, but hey, he doesn't lose the Oracle, so there's definitely going to be another chance. Charge is being chronoed out for Azura with the Robo about to finish. This is going to be pretty crazy here. We got vastly different kind of builds coming out. Surprised there's no blink coming out of ReaLiTy. I'm not too sure what he's trying to tech into. Maybe he's just kind of stuck because his opening didn't work out too much, and he's lost so much economy that Azura is just almost double the workers ahead. Recalls the Oracle, no harm, no foul, and he is cleaning up this gateway. Meanwhile, of course, not a day can go by in a PvP series. So we got Dark Shrine on the way, and this could be ReaLiTy's saving grace, I would say. Azura does have observers on the way, but it depends where he really places them. If he believes that it's going to be DTs, then I'm sure he's going to have some observers in his natural and back at home. Oh no, look at this. Catches everything. Azura scouts everything. That is huge. I'm sure he just went there and double checked. Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah. So Azura should be more than prepared for any fancy DT stuff. And I mean, look how comfortable he is in his base. I think Azura's just going to power up with a huge army and continue to just expand, probably. Now DTs definitely aren't gonna cut it. Let's see if we can see where the observer is. The observer's coming home. So, you know, actually in this whole time there was no observer here. You do have an oracle with revelation, but hey, maybe like there's like a fool's hope that ReaLiTy could have gotten something in the main base. But instead, he's going to sit on defense, and he's not doing too bad. He's getting his worker count back up. As the game goes on further and further, ReaLiTy can stabilize, especially the fact that neither player has started like any kind of upgrades, whether it be +1 armor or +1 attack. So really, there's, in terms of tech, there's a difference, but there's no upgrade advantage really for either player. Both players have charge. That's all about. That's kind of been researched so far. Azura has +1 on the way, but it's a bit away. We're not gonna see anything really unfold too early. Both players taking their third, just getting more gateways. The forge almost about to complete for ReaLiTy, so I assume he's gonna slowly get his upgrades as well. But again, we've seen Azura with a sharp timing where he hits +3 first, and he just kind of sweeps the game. I got to point out Azura also being very diligent, bringing the Oracle in, throwing a revelation, keeping an eye on ReaLiTy's army, exactly what he's doing, right? So he can safely expand. He can safely kind of keep control of the map and maneuver and attack how he pleases. There's really not much shield batteries here, not much defense. And I think Azura is feeling pretty confident with like he's got a much stronger force. The Archon wall of splash damage is just going to be ridiculous in the fight. That's really going to be where the heavy trading will occur. One Immortal sits among this purple Protoss force, so ReaLiTy doesn't really have the best army to fight. And he's split between his third and his natural. That's a tight place to be. Azura kind of hesitating to just kind of, you know, go in and attack on the offensive. But I don't think he needs to hesitate at all. His +1 hits, so does Azura. Azura's going in for the natural. And this third is just going to get decimated. Not much defending the natural either. I think Azura has done it. The upgrades lined up with the attack just perfectly, and he basically decimated ReaLiTy's army. And I guess you don't need +3. Again, Azura proving me wrong. I'm like, Protoss love to get +3. Azura just wants, he's speed running. Azura's speed running it. That was a tough one. That was a tough one. Shout out to ReaLiTy. He did well. This is the top of the top. This is only the best players are getting here. They're getting through. Now, let me see. I don't know if Azura wants to take a break or anything. But we do have Kagemaru waiting for him in the round of 8. So I'm going to see. We're going to try to get the players. And we'll be right back in like, I don't know, 5 minutes. 5 minutes or under. That's what I can promise. Probably. Sounds about right. So we'll be right back. And up next is probably going to be Azura versus Kagemaru. Unless there's another series going on. In which case, I'll wait for that. Alright, be right back, guys. Alright, we're back. Let's recap. Let's see here. There you go. You guys see that? So we've done 2 series so far. We did Azura versus CyStorm PvP. It was a pretty spicy one. It was a good one. Wasn't bad. Azura was showing pretty dominant lead against CyStorm though. But shout out CyStorm, repping Canada. So next match was Azura versus ReaLiTy. It was a close one. It tied up 2-2, but Azura took the final game and moves on. So next we have Azura versus Kagamaru. I'm just trying to get both players in the server. So we've jumped into Europe. Both these guys are European. You have Italy versus Poland here, guys. Oh, let me see. Oh, it looks like I think Azura actually has something to do. So this match might be postponed. Let me see. Let me see. Well, if that's the case, there might be another match going on. Another one of the series. I'll check. Alright, let's see. Alright, so I think their match is going to be in 1 hour. That's fine. He's saying story now. We'll all get out of there. 1 hour? What are we going to do for 1 hour? Maybe if there's like another series, then. Let me see. Let's go back there. It's gonna be a game tomorrow. I'm just looking at this guy. I don't think there's any more games happening right now. I think I'll just kill the stream, go eat have some lunch, and then we'll pop back on. We'll try to get Azura versus Kagemaru done. But we'll see. It might not be casted by me. I gotta get some stuff done, so we'll see. But Magnath will post it. Most of you guys are in the Legion Discord, so you'll see it posted when the match goes live. Or I'll post it if I'm casting. I'll post it. But thanks for tuning in. Sorry we kind of had to put a pause on the round of 8 match, but we'll get back on that in 1 hour. All right, man. I'll catch you guys in a bit.